everybody, it's me, Mr. Train. You want to meet my hero? You want to meet a bird who inspired him to be courageous? Come on!
Lessons birding, Mr. Beyond nature training better. We are learning words and birding lessons, love and wonder turning nature better when we're learning wording, birding lessons, learning Mr. Train's life lessons for better birding and beyond.
I was walking around my neighborhood, Hoboken, New Jersey, and I came across a really neat art installation. And I was so excited because I saw that someone drew a picture of one of my favorite heroes, John Lewis. John Lewis was a hero of the civil rights movement. John Lewis grew up in a time when there was a lot of racism all around him. If John Lewis was hungry, he couldn't go into a restaurant and have lunch because the white owners of those restaurants wouldn't serve black people. Isn't that sad? John Lewis was sad, but he turned that sadness into action. John Lewis knew that in order to be good, we must do good. John Lewis organized protests at lunch counters. Black people went into restaurants in the South and sat down and waited to be served. And as they sat at these lunch counters, they needed a lot of courage because white people would yell at them and spit at them and threaten them with violence. But they stood their ground because John Lewis and the other people who fought against racism believed that anyone should be able to have a meal wherever they want and that everyone deserved to be treated equally and fairly. Imagine how much love and courage and persistence it took to fight for justice and for freedom. And I want to tell you one more interesting thing about John Lewis. John Lewis loved birds. In fact, John Lewis was inspired by a particular type of bird when he was a child, the chicken. John Lewis grew up on a chicken farm, and he didn't want to eat them. He wanted to preach to them. He would gather his chickens all around, and he would talk to them. You might say that it was through chickens that John Lewis discovered his voice to inspire other people. John Lewis believed that everybody had a spark inside of them, and from the life that he led, he worked hard to protect the spark inside of all people, no matter who they were, or what color their skin was, or what religion they practiced. That's a wonderful reminder for all of us. We all need to work hard to see the spark inside of all people and all living creatures. So, who can you help? Think of ways that you can follow in the footsteps of John Lewis. Find the spark inside of everyone. I want to take this moment to thank you, John Lewis, for reminding me to always look for the spark in other people and to keep my eyes to the sky.
Lessons birding, Mr. Beyond nature training better. We are learning words and birding lessons, love and wonder turning nature better when we're learning wording, birding lessons, learning Mr. Train's life lessons for better birding and beyond.